Okay, now let's find out what essential information is. Here, let's read it together. Okay, if you see an entire sentence, right, highlighted in the reading passage, then it must be this type. Remember the one you see the whole highlighter, right? The question will be asked you to choose the 4 answer options, right? That is equal the highlight sentence. The correct answer, the correct sentence, will be similar than the highlighted one, okay? But still convey all the information. Understand? All the information. Incorrect sentences will leave out important details, right? And inaccurately or provide different type of representation, okay? Now, in this one, you only have 1 for each, basically, each passage. So you will have 3 of these in the entire test, okay? An example of this one would be, right, which of the following best provides an important information, the highlighted sentence from the passage? Incorrect answers choice leaves out essential information or change the meaning of it, okay? And then answer. And when answering this question, make sure, right, you do not choose a sentence that is slightly incorrect. It has to be completely incorrect. Okay? Now, how do you do this type, teacher? We can't reduce, we can't do that on this one, right? Great! But we do a little bit, okay? Let me go through the question. Okay, let's read this together, okay? Okay. Men are more likely to manifest recessive biological traits than women are, okay? Because some traits are what scientists call X-linked. Okay, this means that the genes responsible for expressing the recessive traits are found only on the X chromosome. Okay, men are more likely to express these recession traits because the male genome, right, consists of X and Y chromosomes, whereas the female genome, right, consists of 2 X chromosomes. If the male X chromosome contains any genes capable of expressing recessive traits, those genes will therefore be free of manifesting themselves, as there will be no corresponding genes to inherit them. Okay, inference, okay, with them, interfere with them. Sorry, okay, I'm just out of it. Okay, I've been talking for a long time. Okay. So the question basically says here, which of the following best expresses the information, the highlighted sentence? Incorrect choices, the meaning will be in an important way or leave out essential information, okay? Now, in this type of question, the highlighted one is, here we go, is the men are much more likely to express the recessive trait because of the male genome, right? And consists of the X and Y chromosome, therefore the female, okay? Now, when we break this down, when you're looking at a sentence like this, you're going to have a hard time because of the fact that when you read it, if it's short, it's easy. If it's like 2-3 sentences, this one looks like it's actually about 3 sentences put together because its transition is because and the transition whereas. Okay, so it's actually 3 sentences put together into one. Okay, connected by transition. Okay, but let's look at the actual sentence itself. Okay, here we go. Okay. Now, the way we're going to do this type is basically break down the sentence, right? Okay, or sentences, okay? Okay. On your notepad, jot down just the key information in detail. And we're going to break that sentence down. And remember to check if there are any references like this, that, she, right? Because right here it says men are, right? They might say he, okay, or they, okay? Please jot that down. Compare to see if your notes match the answers given. And make sure it matches, okay? Remember, the information cannot be added or left out. If there's information that on the answer one, there's 4 choices, if there's any information that's added that's not inside there, then you can't put it in. Now, easy way to check this out, believe it or not, is note-taking. Okay, note-taking is really important part of TOEFL. Okay, because we're not geniuses, we can't remember all this. Okay, let's break it down. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make it a little simple. We're gonna go boom, boom, boom. Here we go. Men are, basically we separate the three sentences. Remember the way I told you there's a transition because and whereas? I just separated it. There's 3 points. Okay, so we break down the sentences, okay? Then what do we do after that? Boom. Okay? Now you're going to note down and jot down the key information. The first sentence is talking about what? Men are much more likely to express these recessive traits. What are they talking about? They're talking about men plus recessive traits. Okay? Good. It's easier when you break it down that way, right? Okay, now second one up here. Because a male chromosome consists of X and Y chromosomes. Okay? Okay, so if that's the case, what does it talk about? It goes X plus Y chromosome. Whereas the female, the next sentence, we're going to break it down real quickly. It's easy. It's woman, 2 chromosome. That's it. Now, after we do that, what do? You need to check if there is any references like the, this, that, she, whatever, right? So, in this sentence, do we have any? No, we don't have any. Let's move on. Okay? So if that's the case, then we take your notes, boom, right here. Okay? Then you have the 4 choices. Okay? We have the 4 choices. It's telling you. Okay? Let's look at the first one. The 2 X chromosome in female, right, make women more likely to express recessive traits. Did it say that? Men recessive. It didn't talk about recessive traits for women, did it? So gone. Boom. Gone, right? The second one, the 2 different chromosomes in the male genetic makeup, instead of the same 2 chromosomes in female, makeup likely to. Are they talking about? Did they say 2 makeup? It didn't make your notes don't say anything about that. So easily gone. Your notes basically better match this. Okay. Third one. Women are less likely than men to have recessive traits due to the difference between their genes. Yeah, it seems really similar, doesn't it? But the last part, due to the difference in their genes, that's true. But important information is X and Y chromosome. That's not even there. I told you can't leave out information. So, gone. Okay, now deductive reasoning tells me that that's the right answer, but let's read it. Okay, the male chromosome, is composed of X and Y chromosome, which allow, okay, that's the first part, very good, okay, see, okay, genome, X and Y chromosome, right, and allows recessive trait, above that recessive trait, great, to make more readily found in men, women or females chromosome have 2 X, last sentence, so we went middle, top, and bottom, that's in the order that was given, okay, so, take a look, okay. It is the last one. Now, compare to see if the notes match. We compared it. Okay, remember the information. You can't leave out information. Okay. Okay, so let's review how to do this style. Okay. First of all, everyone, what do we do? Break down the sentences. Boom, boom, boom. If there's any transitions like and, but, and because, separate it. Okay. Separate these 2, all 3 of them, whatever, right? Okay. Second thing, what do? Boom. On your notepad, jot down the key information in detail. Separate it in detail. Okay. Third, remember to check if there are any references like this, that, whatever, right? Okay. Next one, compare to see if the notes match between your notes and what you saw on the screen. Last thing, make sure you don't leave out information or no information is added. Okay.